Welcome back to another edition of the Ravens Roundup. Today is Monday, July 17th, and let's get everybody in here. We all well and accounted for. Let's bring in the whole crew. What up? Not ugly A. Derek White. What's good?
What's up,
good,
Coach?
Chris?
How you doing, man?
The just off the court, messed around and gave everybody a triple double. What's good with you?
More like a single. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Feeling good. Happy to be here. So, let's hop into it.
Cool. Next up. What up, Mikey?
What up, yo? Y'all seen the clips of the leagues where they play on like an 8.5 foot rim?
Yes.
I want to do that.
Yes. You want to do it present day or?
I mean, look, I get out there and try present day, right, before I get full court on the regulation court. But it looked mad fun. It looks super fun, man.
Let me get some 3-on-3 half court 8.5 rim first.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get that out the way first.
Yeah, but nobody's 6'5".
Yeah.
Got to be 6 feet under. I need 6 feet under.
For sure.
Yeah, because before we start playing, they had like their little dunk contest, and I just be there watching. Like, must be nice.
I think I still touch a net, the bottom of the net. Nowhere near the top.
If it get flipped up, you can knock that joint down.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
What up?
What's going on?
Hey, this the T-shirt king right here, man. This he like AI. He wear a T-shirt one stream and throw it away.
Never that.
What's good with you?
Not much. How you feeling?
I'm good, chilling. And what you got on that work order? What it say?
It says, "Don't see results, work harder."
Oh, hey, that's your shirt.
Yeah, that's my logo. That's the logo right there. for the O.
All right, see,
Lamar Laxon for sure.
You gonna make me see. You gonna make me get back in the lab.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I got some.
Okay.
I got a couple of new designs.
All right.
More new designs over there. I'm trying.
All right.
I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to be like you.
Okay. All right, I got you.
I'm trying to be like you, sir.
I got you.
Somebody told me I got some catching up to do. Like
Who told you that?
Somebody just said, "Coach out here doing big things. He got things planned for the season coming up." I'm lacking. Like I'm slacking. So you know what I'm saying? I got a couple things in the works.
Name names.
I'm not naming no names, Coach.
Name names.
Appreciate you, Brown. Nah, I'm not naming no names. Oh no, he said nice logo. I just appreciate it. Oh, I also got listen. The wife got me a necklace with my logo on it. Yeah, you know.
That's different. That's different.
You stunting.
You can't put. He is stunting, ain't it, Mike?
I'm not stunting. So what happened? So what happened?
Because I ain't even see that, Mike.
So what happened was
I didn't even see that, Mike.
What happened? No, Coach. Listen, what happened was I'm trying to. So like you got.
I see B back there laughing, so I know you
got the challenge, right? So
Mm-hmm.
my plan was I was gonna get some dog tags with my logo on it to give to everybody, give it to each of the patrons. But the company's effing around. So one day I was at a Rundle Mills Mall and I had this lady do one for me just to kind of see what it looked like, and I really didn't like it. So my wife was like, I know you didn't like it, and I suggested that you get it. So she went out and got me this. So, we trying some things. I'm trying to catch up to you, Coach.
I mean, we used to the ring, you know what I mean? And now you come with the necklace. You know what I'm saying? All right.
And Hendo gonna pull up at the meetup in a car with his logo on it.
Right.
Listen,
a Lamborghini. A
Lamborghini.
Chris,
but he ain't smile, so you know he might do it.
No, I'm not. But you say that, right? But I see a lot of these companies that get the stencils of their logos on their car. I thought about it, but I don't need to drive my car, so it don't really matter.
Well, do it before somebody else gets the idea.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
you got.
I ain't talk about nobody here.
Oh yeah, true. Facts.
Next up.
Come out with a string talking about I got a stencil.
What's up, guys?
We having too much fun today. We having too much fun
already.
What? Hey, what happened to Jose?
He said he'd be back.
Okay. Hey,
I'm not running this. Like, is he not there? He was there a minute ago.
He was. Well, how was your weekend, B?
My weekend was very nice. Thank you. How was your weekend, Coach?
Cool. It was good. Did y'all hear my cornhole story earlier today?
Yes, sir.
I did not.
Hey man, my EP stepped up, man. She matched my gangster, man. I was locked in. I didn't realize she was just locked in, and she was Steph Curry with them joints, boy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear the story, Hendo?
I don't know. I'm saying I'm talking about her being Steph Curry. I heard the story. You said you thought cornhole was one of them crappy games that you didn't want to rock with. I thought so as well.
Corny. Yeah. Trust me, we definitely gonna play a lot more once we,
it gets competitive.
Yeah. So when we go back to tailgates and whatnot, just like you and your lady, you have your spades partner and your dominoes partner. We're gonna be cornholing and whooping up on people.
Yes, sir. Hey, before you begin, Coach, your man, I'm gonna to our guy, P. Brown III. Happy birthday! Today's his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, P. Brown III. Happy birthday! And I don't know if you saw that when I did my my Patreon shout outs. His came up. I took those 3 eyes.
Changed it and made it 3.
and made it 3RD. When I was updating my stuff and it still had the 3 eyes, I was like, nope, I ain't making this mistake. I changed it to P. Brown III. So again, happy birthday.
The artist formerly known as P. Brownie.
Right, the artist formerly known as P. Brownie. Exactly. So I appreciate it.
Indeed.
And we kind of really just filibuster and let Zay get back in there before we get in these topics, man. Anything, because y'all seen the topic. So anything y'all want to kind of hit on that's not topic related, but while we let Jose, you do whatever he do to get back in here. Because y'all seen the topic. So just anything just outside of that we ain't got to touch. That didn't happen over the week. Wait, I will say this. Y'all notice how the quadruple in size, the WNBA All-Star trophy? Y'all saw the trophy went from this
my little teapot
to probably the size of an Amazon box. That thing quadrupled in size. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, I did. They heard the jokes, man. People was clowning them last year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Shorty was up there. She had to hold it with her pinkies last year.
So if she wanted to sip out of the trophy, she could have took an actual sip.
Yeah, that's it. That's all crazy. She was gonna get was a sip.
That's crazy. What up, Zay? Now we got Zay in here.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. I had to log off real quick and buy my Barbie and Oppenheimer tickets for Cillian Murphy said go watch both movies. So.
Oh, that's good. I definitely want to see Oppenheimer. I don't know how much I want to see Barbie, but I definitely want to see Oppenheimer.
He said watch both. So Barbenheimer is what they calling it. I said, let me get a little 2 for 1 here.
The funny thing is me being a history teacher of all these years, and as much as I love the 2 world wars, I knew nothing of Oppenheimer until I knew about the Manhattan Project and all that. I knew nothing of the story of Oppenheimer until this school year. I just happened to come across a little short that I was going to show in class because nowadays we got to go through hoops to show a video in class.
Right.
And this one happened to get approved by administration. And when I was showing it to the kids, my jaw dropped. I was like, hold on, how did I not know about this? And then I got intrigued. And then like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, the trailer for the movie dropped.
Yeah, most Americans don't know about the history.
Yeah.
And that's by design.
Right. And then I hope the part where they send the guy to go find out about the dude, what's going on in Germany, is in the movie. Because that whole little part surrounding them going to see what the dude in Germany doing is a whole nother can of worms. But I'll let the movie come out. I don't want to spoil it for people, but that, man, is crazy. The whole story in itself is crazy. But the little side story would make good drama for a movie. I think so.
Yeah.
But
I wonder what happens at the end.
Right, I know, right? I think what happens is the reason Derek White has the hairline.
He was too close to the glass.
Hey, without further ado, are we talking about Oppenheimer, Agent E? Without further ado, let's kind of get into our topics for today.
Oh, before we start,
I'm prepared today.
I'm sorry.
You ain't gonna get by this time today. I'm prepared.
He said he showed up.
And I tell you what, this will be the last week I won't be prepared. This will be the last week I won't be prepared. So I appreciate everybody. Salute to everybody. Jose got me. This will be the last week you won't have to get me, Jose.
I mean, look at that. Look how clean those are, man. Get you one of those.
Last week you won't have to get me.
I messed up. I messed up. I got my unicorn joint.
Hey, I was gonna ask you for a show what kind of cup you have, because I have one just like that.
Oh yeah.
That thing.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, Chris is a girl dad, so no matter what kind of cup he had, sometimes you just gotta grab and go.
That's exactly what I did.
Sometimes you just gotta grab and go.
Chris is a girl dad to some all-star baseball players.
Yeah.
The fine all-star.
Well, out there giving maximum effort. You know what I mean?
All you can do is try your best.
Exactly.
It's the bad news bears out there.
Hey, somebody got to be the best of the best.
Hey,
even Kelly. What Kelly name was on the Bad News Bears? Kelly was an all-star for the Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Hey, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, first question. What are you anticipating the most coming out of training camp? Training camp, I think, for the rookie starts tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Tomorrow.
And then the vets will pop in next week on the 25th. And we should get our first full practice the 26th. Like full meaning everybody. What are you anticipating the most coming out of practice?
Zay Flowers. Right, he needs to perform, because essentially what we're saying is what it looks like is we're not pursuing D Hop because we got Zay Flowers and we got Odell, right? So for this week, I need to see Zay Flowers be everything that we expect him to be, and then next week when things really turn up because the veterans are there, I need to see him and OBJ turn up, right? Like I need to see that so I can feel a little bit more comfortable, because I'm not okay with D Hop, getting ready to sign with the Titans. I'm not sure if he did it officially yet, but that's the rumor out there. I'm not okay with that. I mean, I feel a little better that he didn't go to the Bills or the Chiefs, but that's another person that we should have gotten.
I think it's the Baltimore coming to the realization that they need another pass rusher, and that the guys that they have in the room are not good enough.
I think they realized that for years. They just don't care.
This is true. Yeah. No, they don't care. So for me, it first and foremost, the one thing that I'm looking for is health. I would have said the wide receivers and OBJ, but just overall health, and see how we come out of the training camp all together. Also, I'm looking into that cornerback 2, cornerback 3 situation. Brady spoke about the pass rush situation, but without a good pass rush, we need these corners to hold up. And last season, 2-3, they didn't do it. And I just want to know if they fixed that issue, because we did end last season as the 26th ranked pass defense in the league. So I need them to stop somebody.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm good, Chris.
Oh, my bad. I'm like you was about to say, I'm with Hendo too, the cornerback. Like I want to see, what Jalen Almar Davis could do. I want to see Pepe could take a little bit of a step. I want to see what Trayvon Mullen can do. It's so many unknowns, like all of these young dudes, and they have potential, but I mean, potential can only get you so far. So we have to see it on the field now. And those guys, if they can step up and if they can, take that role and be actual contributors, that'll be huge for this team, because right now the bar is pretty low, when it comes to those guys. So if they can come in and play at an average or even above average level compared to what they did last year, that'll be great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm look, when we talk about this on this platform, man, number one, as Endo said, is health. Like I listen, I got to see this team healthy. I don't want any hiccups. I just look, we can't afford that, right? But I'm looking and I'm anticipating the rollout of this offense, man. Like we've been in purgatory for a couple years now, man. It is waiting for a legit offense every offseason, man. We like, oh man, last year was he gonna open up the vault, right? He got some plays we ain't seen yet. And that vault is now in the Chesapeake Bay somewhere. But so I am anticipating how this offense is going to look, man. Obviously they're going to keep it under wraps to a certain degree until the season starts. But we'll get a taste of what we got coming this season. So that's really my top two: health, and then I want to see what this offense is going to look like.
For me, it's what we're gonna do with that left guard spot, and it's and I was reading an article today, and I think it was from Jeff Zaribic. He pretty much said every lineman is in contention for the left guard spot. He named Macari. He named what's the guy we got from the Raiders? Simpson. He named Falele. He named Ben Cleveland. He named Salah. He pretty much named everybody but Voorhees. And Voorhees is, he got the ACL, I think, or the Achilles.
Yeah.
He basically named everybody that wasn't Ronnie Stanley,
Kevin Zeitler.
Wow. Linderbaum, Zeitler, and who was our right tackle?
Moses.
Everybody that not those four in battling for left guard. So what's going to happen at the left guard spot, and then what's going to happen for me with the third running back?
To double down what you're saying, Coach, for that left guard spot, I want to see that established early in camp. I don't want one of those things where we it's coming down to the last game to see who's gonna win the job. I want to see somebody out the gate take that position.
And I want those 5 guys to jail.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
B. Damn shame. Can't relate down to Carolina. We protect our quarterback.
Well, I was just about to ask you a Carolina question.
Same question for you. To start protecting your quarterback.
We didn't have a quarterback before now, but so we protect our quarterback.
What are you anticipating coming out of the Panthers camp? What's the most of you? What you looking for? Narrow it to 2, because I know y'all got 900 things that y'all need to work on.
Quarterback.
Wow.
As Ron Rivera said,
big talk from the team that's won one playoff game in the last 5 years, but that's all right though. I think it's the opposite of Brian Burns. If any of that little crew over there can step up at all, Marquise Haynes or DJ Johnson or Mari Barno, Gross Matos, any of those guys. And then on the flip side is the Terrace Marshall hype for real. My guess is no. But listen, he did show. He showed more last year than I was expecting. He showed a lot more than he showed in his rookie year. He made some plays for Carolina, and then they're saying he's been looking good, and we'll see.
I don't think I've ever asked you this, but out of those edge rushers playing on opposite side, who do you like the most?
He said no.
I'm gonna say Amari Barno.
Look, Marquise Haynes is solid, right? No, Frank, I think he's solid.
Luvu was good, but he's not a full-time player. Marquise Haynes he's not there. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Marquise, but it has.
I'm gonna tell you who I'm looking for on that in training camp. Hayden Hurst. Me and B had about a 30-minute argument yesterday about Hayden Hurst. And how do you guys feel? Do you guys think Hayden Hurst is a bad player or just solid? I think he's solid.
I don't.
He's decent.
He's a backup tight end. That's what he is.
Not for Carolina.
No.
He's a starter for Carolina.
Ask
he's a
every
backup
team
tight
he
end.
played for.
He's a backup tight end
He started for Cincinnati.
to the top 5.
No, yeah, he started everywhere he went temporarily till they saw him, and then he didn't have a job no more. So I mean, I told this Jose. The Atlanta, I mean, first of all, Baltimore, you drafted him in the first round and you cut bait real quick. But okay, Mark Andrews, whatever, right? Yeah, you got lucky. Atlanta traded a second-round pick for that man and then drafted a tight end at number 4 ahead of Jamar Chase.
That's
ahead of Jamar Chase and ahead of Penei Sewell at left tackle.
If they got Zach Ertz, I think they would still drafted Pitts.
He's solid.
Right.
And then he went. He put up pretty decent numbers in Cincinnati, and they said, "Nah, you got to go, son."
Well, my question is, what about the Oregon puncher?
Nothing about the Oregon puncher.
What is his name?
DJ Johnson.
Oh, that's
an easy name.
He can allegedly play some tight end too. I mean, he lined up there at Miami.
That's who you need to. I mean, they really stepped out on that one.
Yeah, sure did, because they could have drafted a tight end right there.
Yeah. So
and we got a donation from B2. He donated 5. He said, "Will the defense match the energy, or at least play complementary football?"
Well, who?
Defense?
Will the defense match the energy, or at least play complementary football?
They're good. We have a good defense. Yeah, they're gonna play. They're gonna be fine.
I think they're gonna be one of the top units in the league.
Yeah.
I think they will match the energy just off of this. That defense is going to be so happy that they can look at a product on the field and and watch the ball move for once.
Right.
Where they on the sideline like, damn, we gotta get ready to go back out there. we tired, y'all. We gotta get ready to go back out there. But I think they will, once they see that and they see this offense working the way we hope it should, man, I think that will add some energy to that group.
I don't, we were talking about the Panthers, and I don't like y'all assuming he was asking about Baltimore. But if that's the way that we're going to go.
Good point.
The Ravens defense, I think, is going to be one of the top units in the league just because it's going to be much easier for them this year than it has been in years past. They're going to be scoring a lot more points and making teams one-dimensional much more often than they have been.
It's going to be a lot like that, like Lamar's rookie year, right? Yeah. When he took over, that's when Eric Weddle and all them rookie year.
Rookie year? Okay.
Rookie year. His rookie year. When he took over from Flacco and Eric Weddle was like, yeah, we have a chance to rest now. And defense, that was when what's his name? What was edge rusher's name that went to the Vikings? Zadarius Smith. Yeah. That's when he balled out. When Lamar got into the game, that's when he really went off. Right, like Lamar put that battery pack on the defensive side.
Yeah, they got the race. That's simple.
And then listen, when we trade for Brian Burns, it's gonna be a wrap.
I heard that y'all don't know what energy is without Juice Man. So
he's still out there. Don't rule him out.
It ain't over.
Okay. You ain't hear what he just said? Come on, coach.
I'm biased.
Coach,
but according to somebody, I got purple shades on. According to somebody,
I like people still too.
According to somebody, that they had a show at like 6:30 ish. Wearing purple shades, these look clear to me.
Do we know him as? Does he do this? Is that?
Yeah, he do that a lot.
It's a large individual.
Okay.
He do that a lot.
That guy.
According to somebody,
large Reginald.
Let me ask y'all a question before we move on, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fake news, or what I read? Was it true that Lamar was saying how Zay Flowers had a growth spurt?
He went up to 6'2" or something.
Is that true?
Or something. I don't think so.
I'm not saying that tall, but did he did Lamar really say like he had a growth spurt?
He said, I think it was kind of an instance of he's playing bigger than he really is.
Okay,
he's because I thought the same thing.
I got really excited when I read that.
And I was like, is it true? But then I looked at the video of him and OBJ. He didn't look.
Yeah, I saw a picture with him at the fun day with those kids. He blended right
in. Yeah. That was not 6'2".
You say he Bryce Young'd it?
Maybe. All right, and this was mentioned earlier, so we're going to go ahead and talk about it.
JK?
No, not JK.
Oh.
How do you feel about the potential D-Hop signing with the Tennessee Titans. Supposedly it's 2 years, 26 mil, which I think they said 12 per year with potentially to be 15 per
32.
year. Is that right?
It was potentially up to 32.
Right.
Yeah, first year though. Yeah. First year is base 12, potential to be up to 15.
So how do y'all feel about him going to Tennessee?
I mean,
happy.
Ain't gonna matter.
I mean, if I had to be happy about it, because as y'all know, every week on this show, I keep saying that's all I wanted. Just sign D-Hop and I'll shut that. You know what? But as Jose said earlier, I'm glad it's not the Chiefs because it was word that he was on the plane headed that way. Bills, I guess I'm glad it's not them too. But if it had to be a place, I guess it's Tennessee. Even though we do see them, right? We do see them this year, and keeping it 100, he can open up some things, right? Last year, teams could pack that, they could stack the box because they weren't afraid on who they had on the outside, right? Now he adds that dimension. You got to kind of watch that, and we could see that big guy back there doing his thing again. So it could have some impact on. It will have some impact on the team. He's that good. I'll say
Will
that.
Levis?
But look, as long as he don't trip over his feet and he can hand the ball off right, then he'll be all right. But
hey, and don't forget Treylon Burks too.
Yeah. And I think it's gonna do wonders for him.
The tight end Treylon Burks.
No, he's slim and trim now.
Halfback.
He's slim and trim now. They say he got his asthma in check, so he's good. That's what they say.
Make it to 5 minutes of practice.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
fat ass.
Fat ass Treylon Burks.
For me, I would say I was happy about it. For the same reasons Mike said, because the Bills, the Chiefs, if he would have went there, like it just would have been straight up sweat, like that sweat meme. Just nervous because you throw him in one of those offenses and he takes it to the next, either one of those to the next level. So with the Titans, he makes them better too. Like it's not just like or whatever thing. I feel like people are undervaluing or underestimating D-Hop. Like he had a good season last year. He missed a lot of games, but he had a good season and pretty bad Arizona offense. So I think him going to the Titans, I think it's a good fit for him personally, like numbers wise. I think he'll get numbers and he'll eat there. But like just as far as the whole NFL landscape and Ravens opponents, I like it because he didn't make those top tier teams better.
I agree. A bonus from him signing. I mean, look, it's not over yet. I'm gonna keep saying that until it's official. It's not over yet. All right, Ravens, do the right thing. But a bonus from him not signing with the Bills is that's gonna cause more drama with Stephon Diggs in that organization because the reason why he was throwing a fit this offseason was that he restructured his deal so they could sign D-Hop, and they did not sign D-Hop. So anytime they have a bad game or it's an off game, you're going to hear from him because he does not mince words. So that's going to cause a little drama there.
And there's really no other top tier guy out there that they can like bring in and say, hey, we couldn't get D-Hop, but here's XYZ.
Nope.
Thanks. So for me, it's everything you gentlemen said. But another bonus caveat, I thought Jose was going to say it is D-Hop not going to Buffalo. Dalvin Cook's not going to follow him there.
Right.
Because that could have been a double sign and it kind of took the Bills over the top. So I'm glad. And listen, this is going to give Malik Willis an opportunity to overtake Tannehill once he gets traded to Washington because Sam Howell ain't nothing to play with. It's just it's a ripple. Listen, the signing is a ripple effect. Like you just don't know how many waves this is created for the NFL.
Take that, Rodney?
I asked him who would trade for Ryan Tannehill. It took him until just now to come up with it.
I told you Washington
that quarterback room is absolute garbage. And this signing ain't going. It's going to take them from the third best team in that division to the third best team in that division. Like, because he played really well at D-Hop, but he can still play. and he did play really well last season. He played 9 games and they went 1-8.
I just hope he doesn't go off against us in London. That's all.
Right.
So there was a gentleman that had a stream today about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that said Marlon Humphrey was going to have a time and need
Big
help.
dude?
Yeah, large guy.
Same guy with purple, purple.
Yeah. He said Marlon Humphrey was going to need help with D-Hop because he was going to destroy him in London.
Listen, I mean, look, D-Hop's still that guy to me. He can destroy anybody. The top wide receivers, don't get it twisted. There is no corner that can lock down a top wide receiver. They can make him, try to frustrate him a little bit, slow him down. But if that wide receiver wants to go off, they're going to go off, and there's nothing that they can do about it. So, I mean, if it's D-Hop doing that to you, all right, man, it's just one of those days, man. I ain't gonna judge you.
Yeah, good offense will be good defense any day.
Yeah.
Any day. And I always use that Steph Curry reference. You can play great defense, but if you back up and hit one of them long threes, does that make your defense bad? No,
not at all.
He just played bad offense.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody want to keep crapping on D-Hop, talking about he old, he been hurt. Listen, like you said, in 9 games, this dude had 700 yards with the quarterback carousel that went on in Arizona. He was on pace for over 1,400 yards at his age.
And he's been how many games did he play with Kyler? Like 4? He ain't played many.
4 or 5.
He's not even that old. How old is he? Like 32?
Well, I mean, Ravens fans can't say that anyway because your number one receiver is Odell Beckham. So you got old and hurt, or you got young and hurt. So I don't know how that.
First and foremost,
he's 31.
Yeah. Look, Jerry Rice is in the Pro Bowl at 40. All right,
man.
I mean,
he's 31.
D-Hop ain't washed.
Not even close.
Not at all.
But
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I think it upgrades their. I think it upgrades their wide receiver room. I think it opens up more lanes for Derrick Henry. I don't think the quarterback's gonna have like a crazy year. I just think it opens the rushing lanes for Henry. That's all I think it does. I don't think D-Hop is gonna have a crazy amount of catches. I don't think Ryan Tannehill is gonna have a great amount of yards. I think Derrick Henry is the beneficiary to them signing D-Hop.
Ryan Tannehill gonna have about 1,300 yards before he gets benched.
He's not getting benched, I don't think.
Oh, he's gonna get benched.
Benched for who?
Will Levis is playing this year.
They say he looked awful.
He's on the trade block.
What does Ryan Tannehill look like?
Not Levis.
But if you have a 34-year-old Ryan Tannehill not looking good, and you have the second round quarterback sitting on the bench, you're going to the second round quarterback unless it's Christian Hackenberg.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. All right. Moving on over to next topic. Let me see if I got this over here. I do not. So if you don't know, over on
the streets,
right? There we go. If you don't know, most of the talent in the streets, as Jose said, we got the power rankings going on. And so my question is for the guys up here so far.
Mm-hmm.
What is the biggest surprise so far on the More Sip the Tally power rankings? And you guys in the comment section can answer that also. What is the biggest surprise so far?
Do it, B.
Oh no! I'm going to do it because it's easily Carolina at 28, and I'm not even saying that because I'm a Carolina fan. Like they were 1 game away from winning their division. They can't be bottom 5.
Them being 28 and Atlanta was what like
15. That was 15? My.
I thought they're gonna be like 31st.
Who? Atlanta?
Or 30th.
Yeah. Because I don't believe in quarterback.
Desmond Ritter.
7 games. No, but the biggest surprise to me, honestly, was probably Chicago at 12.
Yeah.
Which I think it was. I think it was a little bit high, but I understand like they have all of the pieces to cash in on that ranking. Yeah. But just haven't really seen them put it together yet. So I was a little surprised to see it that high. That's probably my most surprising, considering you're not giving any credit for the number 1 overall pick, who's going to be the top 3 quarterback in the conference. So I understand why Carolina's where they were.
Now I'll tell you the most surprising comment you've made. It was on our show. We said the second best D tackle is in Tennessee.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Yes. Now he's really good. Look, I think it's Chris Jones, but Jeffrey Simmons is a bad boy. Huh?
What'd you say?
Derek Brown erasure. It's all right. It's all night shots at the Panthers.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Uh-huh.
Them guys grew up about an hour away from each other and played maybe one season together at Mississippi State. Chris Jones and Simmons.
Sheesh.
That's nasty.
Like you look at Lions at 31.
Knoxville County.
Yeah. Lions at 31 was that surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, and the Lions. The reason I got the Lions at 31, I think they lost a lot.
That was mine.
And they because I'm sitting looking at the list. Them losing them running backs, I think took a lot. Their tight end room, and then they traded Akuda, with and I'll tell you, them trading Akuda hurt them, helped the Falcons.
Yeah,
even they traded away Hawkinson last year,
hurt their team, helped another team.
Yep, good point.
Them trading running backs hurt them, helped another team. So I mean, they gambled,
right?
And it could pay off. I don't think it will.
Maybe
that's why
Jameson
I
Williams.
don't think it will.
Jameson Williams suspended.
Right.
Yep.
And Jared, we don't know we're gonna get out of Jared Goff.
True.
Yeah, you do.
All the gambles that the Lions took, I just don't think they're gonna pay off. Now, obviously, when you play the odds, some of your gambles may hit, but there's a chance. Like when you do the parlays, Mike, you know parlays. A lot of times your parlays don't hit.
Yeah,
you made one bet too many.
Right.
Yeah, you added one too many.
But coach, who's going to challenge them in that division?
The Lions,
the number 12 team in the league, Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
If they would have signed, if the Bears would have went out and signed Greg Roman, I would have thought so. But since they didn't, what else are they going to do?
Justin Fields had 1,200 yards rushing without Roman.
I know, but
now he got a better tight end. He got a better tight end room and a better receiver room.
Cole
and a better O-line.
The Packers too,
courtesy of Carolina.
And the Packers are worse, and the Vikings are worse.
Vikings are so much worse. I think it's going to be between Detroit and Chicago.
You know what, Coach? I didn't really have. I mean, if I'm forced to pick one, I can, but it was a position group for me, right? And even when you said it, right, it makes sense. It does make sense, but when you said it, I was like, like, it was one of those clutch your pearls. But like the point you made was true, and you said it with your chest, and I like that. But when you said that defensive line group in San Diego was second to last, and I'm looking at names, right? I'm like Khalil Mack, and I'm looking at Bosa, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, these dudes all pro type, Pro Bowl type. But when you brought up, like, yo, even though Mac did play, he played this full season, I believe you said.
He did.
For once.
He looked like
keyword for once.
But you combine out of the two, him and Bosa, they had what, 10 sacks?
Something like that. They didn't have a lot.
Enough.
Yeah. So so that was the one. That was that. But I mean, your points that and that's what I like about your power rankings, because you don't just give a team, right? For one, you go position group to position group, and you explain your rationale behind it. So when you explained it, I was like, all right. But I mean, just looking at the names, I was like, damn, like second to last. But I mean, I see it. If I had to pick a team, maybe the Giants. I think you had the Giants at 24, just because. I mean, they came off of, a solid year. But again, the breakdown of that roster, I mean, it ain't pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, so I see your points on that. I really don't have a deadlock team where I'm like, yeah, that was too high or too low.
Atlanta at 15?
I mean,
Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
But you keep saying Desmond Ridder, but I got there. Keep Hendo. I ranked the positions.
I know,
got
Coach,
the-
but I'm
I got
just.
They did a
I'm
lot
just
on defense.
quarterback room as last.
Oh, you know what? I do apologize. They got Calais Campbell. What was I thinking? Whew.
Well, it wasn't all they did on defense, but
They got-
Oh no, I know they did.
but I understand, what you're doing because you're just spreading misinformation. That's why you got to in the chat. No, G-Row is not in Chicago.
No. I was
that's
joking.
just
I was
that's something
joking.
that
I was
Hendo
joking.
made up.
I was joking.
Like he normally does. You can't listen to anything that comes out of that. But to Mike's point,
Sam Howell's a
it's
great quarterback.
It's difficult to count on teams who are being held up by one or two great players.
Right.
That was always a problem in Carolina. They had Cam and Kuechly, and then Cam messed up his shoulder. And fast forward, 7 years, we finally have another quarterback and some sort of optimism, right?
Right.
But there's some teams that they win games because of a soft schedule or what division they're in, and they're not really well built teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you this, because when I'm putting this thing together, they're not in like the numerical order that they're in my face right now. Because I have them 32 through 1 in my face right now. So when I'm putting it together, they're not in no order. They're just basically teams on the sheet with like which group I think is what.
Right.
And so then once I get everybody in their order, whatever, and I go over to the end and I put them in numerical order. There's some shocks on this sheet to me. So I'll go ahead and since because the two shocks on the sheet there we've already passed them, so I can say, and one of them we just talked about, the Bears. So when I put them in order and I see the Bears at 12, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and check and make sure the math is right, make sure I got the formulas right, and make sure the math is right. And the math is right, and I'm like, so I go back and look at the roster. I'm like, okay, well it does work out right. And the other one that I was talked about was the Lions.
But you know what, Coach? That's what makes your power rankings interesting because you have a formula. You can explain everything down to position groups, and the reality is, you're gonna be more accurate than we realize because that's how the NFL works. The teams that you think are gonna be great, they have off years for those reasons that you point out in these power rankings, right? The teams that you're not really looking for, they have up years because those things that you point out, the things that we're not paying attention to. So I think it's tracking well.
I really, really hope the Bears fail because if they don't, it's going to be a constant reminder of had Carolina just taken Justin Fields like they should have and saved those 75 draft picks that they've wasted on quarterbacks since and still had DJ Moore that, they could be much better off than they are.
That's gonna be the next big battle on our channel is battling those Panthers fans because they don't like when we bring that up. They do not like when we bring up, hey, you should have drafted Justin Fields. But like B said, he has a big year this year. That we're gonna be talking about it.
But they got Terrace Marshall. They don't need DJ Moore.
First of all,
and
y'all got
forget-
Renee. You don't need D-Hop.
first of all, they got JC Primetime Horn.
And you
Well,
got Roxy Finn.
And don't forget
You
though,
so hateful, bro.
the new running back Miles Sanders said you do have a Hall of Famer in that quarterback room.
Andy Dalton.
And you got a Pro Bowler sitting on that bench too, don't you? I don't know why I come here on Monday.
This is the plan for the rest of the countdown. So as we'll go through this week, and we'll have a recap Wednesday on LBHT show of whatever the numbers is. But next week, Wednesday will be number 2. So what I'm going to do is since we get to number 2, obviously you know who number 1 is. So next Wednesday, I'm going to do number 2 and number 1.
Okay.
And then that way, when we come to the recap, we'll have the whole thing on your show. And then I'll present the whole list on your show. Okay. The whole thing that's in front of me, we'll have the whole thing to talk about on the LBHT show Wednesday. So you'll get next week, not this week, but next Wednesday you'll get 2 and 1 on most of the tally. And then when I come to LBHT show to do the recap, we'll have the whole list. I'll screenshot it and send it to B, so you can do like the whole whatever, the overlay or whatever, and then we can talk.
Next week gonna be a big week, folks. gonna be a big week. Veterans report to training camp. They're gonna be in the thick of it, and coach is gonna reveal that number 2 and number 1, and we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna have a lot to talk about next week. So
Yeah. And I will say this: if you live in the Baltimore area and you want to go to the stadium practice and you don't have a ticket, I'm giving away a set Wednesday on the 4:30 show. So if you live in the area and you don't have a ticket and you want to go, I'm giving away a set on the 4:30 show Wednesday. I mentioned it earlier on the show. There are buttholes selling tickets.
Yeah,
That's freaking ridiculous.
Right. Selling free tickets.
Crazy.
right.
Free tickets that they
Opportunists.
Now when you see me in a hoodie on the corner, don't judge me. When you walk by, be like,
over there quiet, like, yeah,
OTR Mike, is that you? No, keep walking.
No.
All right, keep
Mike,
walking.
But you got the hat. You got the hat.
No, I found it. No, but I do want to say this, Coach. And look, this is your show, right? I'm gonna drop this, and I'm gonna let you do what you do with it. But I just want to tell people that's watching right now, people that is watching the replay, your best thing to do is to go and subscribe to More Sip to Tally if you haven't already. Because one of these days, the Roundup is going to be over there.
Mhm.
So if you want to catch the Roundup, you got to look. We don't know when, but it's going to be over there one of these days.
Yep.
Okay. So we know you love it here. We know you don't want to miss this Monday nights. So if you are subscribed to More Sip to Tally, I suggest you do that now, so you don't miss the Roundup when it makes its debut on the street side. All right,
Right.
All right.
on the wild side.
Go to wild side.
Because we definitely been talking about it. We just hadn't picked a date yet, but
Mhm.
there's going to be a date where we take this show to the streets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Chris, you want to chime in? You ain't chimed in on that. I know
On
you be
the-
busy with your girl at that time of the day, so I don't know if that really fits your schedule with the power rankings. I
Well,
know that's prime.
the dude Blackula that he said that was mine.
Okay.
That was mine for the Lions because
Gotcha. They way
I
back
think
there.
I think they're gonna be good this year. I think whenever you got an offensive line as good as theirs,
Mhm.
you always going to be able to control the ball and kind of dictate the game. And I know they lost both their running backs, but they got two solid ones. They got
Mhm.
Gibbs and they got Montgomery too, who
Mhm.
he plays like Barry Sanders. He plays like remember that graphic that ESPN did? They said like he's like athletic like Saquon or something like that, elusive like Barry Sanders. This is when he was in college too. But yeah, like I think they're gonna be good, especially when Jameson Williams comes back, because he'll add another element to that team.
He definitely do that. Now I do have their O-line ranked 3. Will, and before we get off this topic, I'll say this, and then we'll move on. The number ones that have came out so far on the More Sip to Tally Power rankings. I got the Tennessee Titans D-line / edge group as a number 1 D-line / edge group. I got the Falcons running back room as the number 1 running back room.
Yeah. Bijan, Cordero, and
Algiers.
Yeah.
It's Bijan, the one rookie gave some credit in the rankings.
Yeah. The only. Yeah. I think those are the only 2 number 1s that you've seen so far. And I almost just slipped because I'm way ahead of you guys as far as I almost just slipped. So we're gonna stop right there.
Okay.
It was on the tip of my tongue, but I think that's where because I don't even know what number we on in real life. I think
you did 11
just did
today.
11.
11.
Yeah, so 10 is next.
Okay.
The Jets were today.
Yeah, that's the only one. Okay. All right. That's them the only 2 so far. All right, let's move on. So we're gonna play a little, just to close out. We're gonna play this to the top of the hour. We're gonna do this for 7 minutes. All right, 3-word summary. And so in no particular order, I got the teams right here on my other screen. So I'm gonna give you a team, and we'll start with Chris and just work our way around. And you in 3 words, you sum up that team. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So 3 words, you sum up that team, and I'm just gonna go down the list. Again, it actually is in order. It's in the order that they finished in their division. And I'm starting with the AFC East, and I go to the NFC East and like that. All right. In the chat box, y'all participate also. I'm gonna give you a team and 3 words. Only 3 words.
3 words.
Only 3 words. Yes. Speaking of, let me answer this first. In the fantasy leagues, yes, Jesus Christ. Hey, I gotta take advantage of it. Hey, it's dynamite drop in. And for mine, I have a spot. Go. Patreon.com. Any level of my Patreon will get you into the fantasy league. I got a league that's we got one full. We need about 10 to fill up the second one. So any level of my Patreon will get you an invite to the Discord, and it gets you an invite to the fantasy football league. And next Monday, I'll have the Cuban link back on so you can see the prize, and you'll see what you win if you get a chance to win the fantasy football, which you probably won't.
That's patreon.com/sip2tally.
Yeah, and patreon.com/sip2tally. And everybody up here got a Patreon. We'll talk about it. The only difference is ours is / Hendo's is /. That's the only difference. But we'll talk about that a little later. All right, back to the 3 word summary. And we're going to play this for 5 minutes. All right, ready, Chris?
Ready.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills. Not quite yet. Because my bad.
Because just 3 words.
All right. My bad. I went to public school.
I was gonna say 1 hit away.
Hendo.
Just not there.
Rodney.
Yeah, window is closed.
Jose.
I was gonna say 2 steps back.
We're gonna snake this thing. All right. So Jose, you'll start first with this next one. All right. Miami Dolphins.
Really, really close.
Good one.
2 are not enough.
Good one, B. Good one, B. That's a good one.
People keep sleeping.
Mike.
Speed kills.
Mine is Need for Speed.
Need for Speed. Gotcha. All right. Philadelphia Eagles, Chris.
Cool.
About to pop.
Right in the mix.
Super Bowl hangover.
Had their shot.
That's a great one, B.
Oh,
it's a great one, B.
Makes another run.
It's a good one too. Look at
Malik B. Malik B got a good one.
One hit wonder.
Wow.
Good one, Malik. That's a good one.
I don't know about that.
Good one.
And NFC kind of weak, but you know.
Zay, I'm double back with Zay.
All right.
Dallas Cowboys.
Still love Dak. That's right.
Never, ever, ever.
Dakota ain't ish.
No love for the Cowboys. No love.
Never.
That's 1 word or 2.
Give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up. Wow.
Paper champ eons.
Hey, I'm gonna add a bonus.
Go ahead.
Bring back Zeke.
You probably should have saved that one for this team. especially after watching the quarterback thing on Netflix.
That was good.
Minnesota
that
Vikings.
was good.
Minnesota Vikings.
Blistex, Vaseline, and chapstick.
Yeah, he makes too much money for that, bro.
Kirk on Kirk.
Gonna miss Dalvin.
Free Justin Jefferson.
You like that?
Detroit Lions.
Who's the quarterback?
Good one. That's a good one. Man. That's a good one. That's a good one. I almost told you.
Yeah, I was like, who?
What'd you say, B?
I said Gibbs gonna shine.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear him either. Still biting cats.
You took mine.
Oh man. Coach gets high on something. I don't know what it is.
He went to Maryland.
Mine is coach too low. Our coach too low on it.
Okay.
All right. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh.
On the rise.
I got one for this one.
Me, I'm gonna say not buying it.
Not buying it. That's good.
Ridley's a steal.
Good one.
I say always the bridesmaid.
Doug is good.
Doug is good. Mine for the Jaguars. Bet on black. Everybody gonna get that one. Tennessee Titans.
Who's up? Me or
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
you.
usually.
He looking for something that got to do with
mayonnaise and coffee?
That's what I was thinking.
I was trying to fight it. Mayonnaise and coffee. That's it.
Man, at this point, I gotta be like, bring back Fisher. Yeah, it's a mess.
8-8 wasn't so bad.
Vrabel seat hot.
They were 7-10.
Yeah.
Henry gonna eat.
Facts.
Grit, not enough.
Sure ain't.
Right.
Sure ain't. Let's drop down to these last. We're gonna do 3 more because we over our limit. We're gonna do 3 more. Kansas City Chiefs.
Creme de la creme.
Good one.
Best of the best.
Mahomes number 1.
Win no matter what. That's 4.
Rich get
Win all costs.
rich get richer.
Okay. 49ers. San Francisco 49ers.
Shoo.
Trey, you want to cook?
I don't even want to say it, but it just popped right in my head. Brock ain't Purdy.
That's a good one.
Martz hates Lance. He does. Randy does. That he was nothing. The worst quarterback he's ever seen.
We gonna smash and them in parentheses. That's my bold prediction. We gonna whip that. We gonna whip that ass.
You didn't want to leave room for pause.
You need a second parenthesis.
Yeah, pause.
You need a camera on here to be like, hey, yo, that was crazy. Mine is Kyle Shanahan overrated.
Oh, okay.
That seemed way too long for 3 words.
Last but not least, Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh.
Fuck Joe Burrow.
Shit. Owner, Mike Brown. Take with that as you please.
Finally, a rivalry.
Give them a strong second place.
Back down to earth.
Okay.
You see Big Reds? Big Red? You see what Big Red said?
No, what did he say now? Oh,
AFC North champs.
AFC North chance.
Let's go Pittsburgh then.
cool.
Pittsburgh.
Let's go Pittsburgh, Jose.
Huh? Pittsburgh?
Let's go Pittsburgh.
Air Force Ones.
What color?
Black.
Charlie Jones.
First losing season.
Oh, okay. Fourth place team.
I got still yours, coach. Bet on black.
Reg the ops.
The Steelers, below average quarterback.
Yep.
Facts. Definitely last one. Definitely last one. I promise. Browns. Cleveland Browns.
Who's first? Yeah. All right.
Chris.
Scary doo-doo.
Forgive me, but massage anyone?
Nick Chubb problem.
Calm as a bitch.
I like that one.
Possible buyer's remorse.
Ooh. Facts.
That's going to be a 3-year one. If he ain't right.
True.
Hey, that was fun. That was fun.
That was
Well,
But what's going to be funner, if funner is a word, is what happened August 4th, Jose.
Yes, August 4th is going down in Columbia, Maryland at Bus Boys and Poets. The Roundup meetup is here, okay? It is upon us. Get your tickets today, okay? We're going to have a fun meet and greet. It's going to be food, drinks. We're going to have some adult drinks via Cash Bar. We're giving away prizes. We're going to listen to some good music, all right? And we're going to send you home with a nice goodie bag. It was little at first. Now it's big, okay? More people keep donating to it. So you're going to have some nice goodies to take home. So you do not want to miss it. Get your tickets August 4th in Columbia, Maryland at Bus Boys and Poets. That area is the Meriwether district. There's plenty of parking. There's all kinds of stuff to do there. So even if you want to turn up afterwards, because it's going to be going from 7 to 9:30, and you feel like the night is still young, there's gonna be plenty to do. All right, so come hang out with us.
And if you need a ticket, there's a link. I just put it up there. It says get your Roundup meet and greet tickets at, and then it has the link for the Eventbrite information right there. So go ahead and do that. Don't wait. Don't wait till the last minute, because you do not want to have to see the scalper extraordinaire OTR Mike outside the building. You do not want to see him for the scalping tickets.
I act like I don't know you.
Hey, if you have not heard of the album 400 Degrees, when Slim's homeboy tried to get him in the club, go back and check 400 Degrees out. It's a Juvenile album, and it's a little skit on there where they homeboy was trying to get him in the club, and he could not get in the club. I can't say it on here because I get D-Mac, but go check 400 Degrees out. It is a classic Juvenile and Hot Boys album. If you're my age, you probably already know. Cool. All right, so that is the show for today. Mike, tell everybody where they can find your work at.
Look, man, you can find me at Open Mic with OTR Mike. Go on over there, subscribe. I'm on the road to 500. I'm almost there. I got a little ways to go, but I know y'all will help me out. So go over there and subscribe, man. If you're looking for a little different spin other than sports, man, that's what I bring to the table. I got recent episodes talking about cookout etiquette, down to talking about, Adam 22 letting his wife, and then Keke Palmer, right? And then even OG status. I talk about a little bit of everything. So go over there and subscribe. I'm also
speaking of Keke, Mike, I don't mean to cut you off. You heard Keke latest lyrics from her little concert?
I did.
So I heard
Keke said little booties matter, even though her son gave her a big one. She don't need no man, because she got all she needs is a bag, and she got a big one.
So wait, so was that real? Somebody was saying that was on the set for a movie that she's filming.
It might have been, but I saw it today.
Yeah, it was awful. The lyrics were awful ironic for the time.
Yeah.
So it might have been a movie, but I saw it today.
You know how the internet be. I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I did see it, but I saw somewhere that was she was filming something. But I hope I hope that wasn't a shot, because going on social media never fixes things.
Well, she wasn't on social media. She was performing, or she was either performing for money, or like you said, at a movie for money. He went to social media.
Yeah. But I mean, put it out in public. Period.
Right.
Is a
That house.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
That house is very cold right now, and I'm sure his code to the keypad on the front door is not working right.
He like Jamal Adams.
Yeah. It ain't working. But I have also 1/3 of Ring Kings podcast, as you can see. When I do that show with my brothers Jose and Brodney, and it's just the best boxing podcast on YouTube. No shade to anybody else, but we just bring a different dynamic. Those of you who are just casual fans or looking to get into the sport of boxing, we gonna help you out. Them other places, they gonna make you sit in the corner, man, and hide your face, because they gonna say you don't know what you talk about. They gonna bring that up 100 times. All right. Well, not only over there do we help you with that, but we teach you a little bit about the sport, why there's so many damn belts, and up and coming prospects to look for. We even do our top pound for pound list, which will be coming out sometime soon. We're due for another one, and we will be streaming just 2 weeks. Right? There's a big fight coming up.
Two
big fights. July
29th. Boxing.
Yeah, July 29th. You guys may have heard of Earl Spence versus Bud Crawford. But the 25th, man, that's a Tuesday. Okay, because they over across the pond. But that's also a good fight. And my boy, Cool Boy Steph versus the monster in a way. Okay. So check that out. Go over there, subscribe too. We are on the road to 500 there as well. And like I always say, man, I appreciate y'all in advance.
Chris?
You catch me on Twitter at Chris Just Joking. You could also catch me on the Deep Cover podcast, which a couple weeks ago I said we were going to record an episode. We didn't this week. We're gonna record an episode.
Yes.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for that around like on Friday. Friday should be up.
Unless we don't.
Hey, Chris put out a tweet earlier with the meme, like he was confused and they was talking about the percentages and whatnot. And I misread it, thinking like, hey, yeah, you looking like that until they call your name, and not realizing they was talking about him. And I was like, oh my bad, you got to lock in. You got to lock in.
The lady was like 8.13, and I was like, that was great.
Talk to me in dollars and cents.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh, yes, sir. You can find me on the Road Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Also, you can find me tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Myself and Mr. Galloway are going to be on Electric Relaxation doing a live stream. We are going to be doing an interview because I guess that's our new thing now. We're interviewing people and bringing people from the music industry in and just certain personalities, just trying to get them on there. Also tomorrow, if you've been around the scene, Sunday, I gave away a free ticket to the meet and greet. So tomorrow night, I'm going to give the parameters because I'm giving away another free ticket. So make sure you tune in. There are certain qualifications that you have to have before you get this free ticket. Also, I do that show on Fridays, and then Sunday I do a live stream.
Hold on, how many things you getting away here? I gotta take a look how much food we paying for here. Hold on.
It's just
some plates ain't cheap, brother. Let's see here.
Oh no, they were purchased. No, they were purchase tickets. so yes, I got that. And every Sunday night at 8 p.m. I do a live stream recapping the week and recapping all the games upcoming for the season. And to Jesus Christ, if you want to join my Patreon, it's patreon.com/ROU/ whatever gets you in there, ROUG. And I do have, just like everyone up here pretty much has, a Pick'ems League where you can win this ring, or you can sign up for the West Baltimore County and do the Dynasty League where you can get this bad boy and put your picture on there.
It's half mine, but he put
sure,
his
sure
on
it is.
there.
Sure. You can get one of these as well. And I mean, listen.
We agreed. That's
we shared. I just keep it at my house. And also LBHT.
Both are.
LBHT has, they have a Pick'em League and a Dynasty League as well. So they'll get into all that. So you can listen.
That's the league where you buy your own gifts.
So I bought all my own gifts. Did I buy this? Because this ain't my logo.
No.
You don't ever pick up the other two when he says that.
Listen,
when he asks, "Did I buy this for
myself?"
Because I won.
I won my league.
You bought it for yourself because you ain't tell nobody there was prizes.
Haters.
See, what he didn't tell you is a story when we presented him, me and Mikey and OTR Quan presented him with that plaque at the mall. And the light shined off of that so bright. Shoo! Everybody stopped and looked at him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go with the matte next time. The matte finish.
Oh, the flash. The flash sign.
Oh, it was like we were in the mall and it was like the light hit it perfectly.
It was blinging.
And it just blinded everybody.
Everybody's like, well, who was it?
Hey, you was a celebrity for a hot second, huh?
Yeah, they was like, he must be the champion. I was just like, calm down.
No pictures.
But you are also tomorrow at 9 going to be on Steel Conspiracy.
Oh, is it back?
Whoa. Steel Conspiracy tomorrow night at 9 p.m. My man Suge Knight 323 and Brodney are going to be giving you a little bit of Steelers Ravens talk. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to even be available.
No, you're not, because I heard you don't live stream on the channel anymore. And even if you are, you got a good hour to get that interview finished. You ain't got that many questions.
And that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold says so.
So once again, if you want to join the Patreon, get into the Discord, and get bullied by Brodney, go for it.
Bully anybody.
Jose and B.
Yes, me and B are the Lunch Break Hot Take. You can find us every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Overtime Show, which you can find on our Patreon at patreon.com/LBHT Show. And you can follow us on all social media at LBHT Show. And like Mikey said earlier, we are Ring Kings Podcast, and you can follow us at Ring Kings Pod. and go over to lbhtshow.com and sign up for our newsletter.
And before we get out of here, I do have one more thing, Coach. Washington crown King Sam.
As a starter.
That's his 3 words.
My 3 words.
Oh, crown King Sam. Oh, okay. Obviously, you can find me here, but also you can go to the streets for more to the tally. That's where you'll find the power rankings. If you have not subscribed, please go over there and do so. We're at team number 11. Was today? That was the Jets. So we're at the top 10. The rest of the week. Tomorrow's the 18th. 10 through 9 for the rest of the way. And again, next Wednesday it will conclude. You'll get teams 2 and 1 on more to the tally. You'll get a recap this Wednesday of teams, I think maybe 8 through whatever it was. Then you'll get the full recap, not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after next, and we'll do teams 2 and 1 next Wednesday. So you'll get 2 episodes next Wednesday on more to the tally. So we'll just wrap everything up Wednesday. You'll get the full list, and you'll also get the whole list that I have in front of me and you can see I'll be fully transparent. You'll see everybody's ranking, you'll see the columns, and you'll see everything. And you can get a chance to, ask whatever questions and whatnot, and we'll go from there. So, and that's all I got. You follow me on Twitter at Coach Evans9, Instagram, TikTok, and pretty much that's it. Sip the tally. Any important words other than get your tickets?
Get 2 tickets.
Yeah. Bring your missus. Bring your missus.
It is a family affair. Bring the family.
Right. Be there or be square. Appreciate everybody for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. We appreciate you. And it's been almost a year, fellas. Almost a year. We'll go ahead and tell y'all, man. We'll go ahead and tell you. Who looked it up? I think Chris looked it up.
Chris looked it up, yeah.
Chris looked it up. Our very first show together was August 5th. The meetup is August 4th. So technically that's our anniversary together of the meetup. I mean the roundup. So that's basically our party celebrating a year of doing this show.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right.
If you're in the area, come out and celebrate with us. We're gonna have a great time.
Yes, we are.
All right? We're gonna have a great time. So if you're in that area, you can get there, be there. We're gonna have an amazing time, and you don't want to miss out. You don't want to be looking at the pictures on Instagram and Twitter later saying, "I wish I would have been there." They'd be like, "Well, you regretted it. You're bad."
Your fault.
You don't want to hear Brighton's theory on when you miss it, and we don't let him tell you that. All right, peace out.
Peace.